Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Neat Cruz.
Tisha Samuel, a.k.a. Professor T.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And remember, you can catch us on all podcast platforms. Just search Relationship Status Podcast. It is a few days before the new year. 2 days to be exact. Yeah. We are here and...
Can't wait to hear the lies coming into the new year.
Yeah, now they're ready for them.
Yeah.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
Neek, how's the week? How's the new year looking to shape up for you? How you bringing it in? Yeah, that's a good question. How you plan on bringing that thing in?
We go to a friend's house. Big gathering. We play games. We drink, and we do fireworks when the new year comes in.
Y'all got a full schedule.
I know, right? An itinerary.
Exactly.
Like
and they
that.
follow it to the
that.
T.
Okay. Professor T.
My week? Oh, man, my week is great. I slept in today trying to, get all my rest that I need to prepare myself to have a really good time tonight, tomorrow night, and the next night.
All right.
Yeah, just getting rested up, sleeping in and sleeping during the day so I can shake a leg at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shaking a whole leg.
A whole leg.
That beats shaking the table.
Yeah. In the confinements of my home and like my soror's houses or whatever. So we're keeping it,
So y'all keeping it safe.
Oh, definitely. I'm not trying to be out in these streets.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
definitely
I don't think anybody should be out in the streets
I
at this
agree.
time.
Yeah.
Although it will happen.
It
will definitely
Somebody will
happen.
be in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CL,
Yes, sir.
my good brother.
Tell me about it.
How's the week treating you?
Oh, great. Great week for me.
How you treat the week? I'm sorry.
It's been good to both of us.
It's been good to both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to relax before I go hard in the new year.
Okay. What's the plan of bringing it in?
I'm just be alive.
All right.
That's my plan. If I'm alive, I got a chance.
Hey, isn't that
So
everyone?
I'm not really super big personally on celebrations and cutting up that much.
Okay.
So it's just another day.
Okay. So no virtual watch night service for you?
No.
No.
No virtual watch night service. Unless I can get this Patreon created and I can
Start
About your mega
$29.95.
$29.95.
You've never seen nothing like this in your life.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be a blank screen.
That's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna be like, you didn't see it?
No, you didn't see it.
You missed it?
Must have been a glitch on your computer,
Yeah, glad you.
but it's non-refundable.
You clicked agree. That's non-refundable on the low end. All
What about
these 3,000
you? Oh,
subscribers. That's it.
That's all you need, 3,000.
You can get that easily.
3,000
Yeah.
times 29. Yeah, that'll
lick.
That'll help my January.
That'll lick.
That'll
Bring January in riot.
A little
yeah.
sample of your, mixtape.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gospel version.
The
remix.
book.
Gives them access to all that.
No, don't get access off $29.95. That only gets
Gotta increase the price
that
for
only
that.
gets you 30 minutes of me.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. The
Add more funds for more.
The Church of CL.
Oh yeah.
All right, Yusuf, what about you on this hump day?
Hump day. This
Hump day.
particular hump day happens to be my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So,
Happy birthday, brother.
I appreciate that, brother.
How does it
CL.
feel?
Feels good. I'm healthy. I'm continued my weight loss journey and, going to spend some good time after we're done here at my fireworks stand. And then hopefully helping my pockets.
Yeah, somebody
And
go buy
then-
some fireworks, man.
Yeah, man. And then gonna spend some time with my kids at the end of the day, some cake and ice cream, and that'll be it. Just happy to be alive. So
that's what's
week's
up.
going good.
Happy
Week's
New
going
Year
good.
to you.
Oh, thank you. On this is our last episode of the year.
For 2020.
For 2020, it's been one heck of a ride.
Yes,
It has been.
This year has brought us a lot of different things. And Professor T,
Yes, yes.
what are we going to be talking about today?
Today, despite the fact that some people have suggested that we start using the word 2020 as its own curse word, because 2020 has brought us the pandemic. It has brought us some things that we're not exactly happy about. So some people were saying we should start saying, I don't give a 2020. Just kind of use it as a curse word.
Oh
right?
wow, never heard that before.
I know, right? But I
Seen
thought it
it
was
on-
kind
seen it on-
of, when I saw it
yeah.
on social media, I thought it was
Seen it
kind
on
of
social
clever.
media. Yeah.
But what I want us to talk about today is like to really take the time to reflect, to think, to be appreciative, actually, because, despite the year being as awkward as it was, we're here. And that's a blessing within itself. So I think that our listeners could really be motivated from hearing from each of us personally. Maybe as we reflect on the year, think about a personal accomplishment or maybe some level of personal growth or some type of epiphany that you have reached as you reflect on the year and yourself. Because it's about growth, right?
It is.
We should be growing and evolving and changing and, and inspiring other people. And so we at the Relationship Status Podcast crew, we want you all to know that we hope that you had an amazing year, but also we want to share with you our personal reflections and growth. And so we're going to start with Neat Cruz.
Yeah,
Okay.
I knew it was coming. You know how you try to, no eye contact. I just think, I'm just going to go ahead and do this.
Gonna look straight.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna look directly.
I'm just going to look directly at you because at this point, I just know if I look away, it's going to be me anyway.
Okay.
But, yeah, my personal growth, 2020 wasn't a horrible year for me.
Good.
It was more of a learning year. It challenged me. Learned to take accountability for my actions.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. Instead of blaming everybody else, I took action and said, okay, maybe it's me. Or my part, identifying my part in it to help fix the problem. The problems that I have, or even realizing that certain situations were based off of choices I made. So trying to make better choices going into the new year.
That's big. That's huge. And in this self-discovery, have you shared some things with anybody else? Maybe because sometimes you talk about accountability. So a lot of times with accountability, there's usually an accountability partner or somebody who can actually testify to what you're saying. Like they can say, you know what, she's right. I can attest to the fact that she has grown some.
Yes. Me and my friend just went to brunch. And she actually said, she was like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. She was like, the old Nick would have just been like, F this, whatever. Okay. But she was like, you're really okay, I did this. I need to fix this. What do I need? I'm not scared to ask questions.
Okay.
I'm not scared to ask how to do this.
Okay.
Or, to even tell people, I don't know how to do this. And that was a big fear of mine of telling people, because I'm not, I'm not so big in, I don't have a lot of knowledge with certain things. And I was scared because I've been told, act like you know until you learn how to do it.
Fake it until you make it.
Fake it until you make it. So that has been, that hasn't played in favor for me. So now I'm not scared and I'm not ashamed. So it's like, you know what? I don't know how to do this.
So asking for help, asking questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you do this?
Okay. Good. Can you give an example? You said something about the old Neat would have been like, F this. Can you give an example of something that you would have said F it to that now you are having a different mindset about?
Sure. One of my friends did something, and I'm not going to say what she did, but she did something towards me that was really, really, that hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Usually I would just block someone. I'm cutting all communication with you. I don't care how you feel about it. Instead of that, I went and talked to her.
Okay.
Why did you do this? Why do you feel this way? What did I do to make you do this? And to make you feel like you were okay with doing this? And it worked out.
That's really big.
Yeah, it worked out big time for me. We had a discussion that, I didn't see coming. She told me things that I did that I didn't realize I did to her, or things I said to her that I didn't realize hurt her feelings.
Okay.
So we had that open discussion, and it was just me and her. And she was like, thank you. Thank you
imagine
for.
if you had not done that.
Yeah, usually I just block. I ain't got time.
Really? Even for your friends?
Yeah, because how I look at it is, if you have a problem, you could have came to me. But I was the bigger person, and I said, let me go to her and find out what's wrong.
Sometimes
Good for you.
Sometimes you just got to open up to be able to go and talk to people. Whether you heard it through a third party, because sometimes that person might have gotten it from another person. You might be getting it fifth party.
Right.
And it's up to you to go to the source of what supposed issue is. Oh, it's up to you to make the decision whether to do it or not. But I always think it's good practice to go and, hey, listen, this is what I'm believed that you have said. I'm just trying to figure out how we got here and how can we fix the situation.
Yeah.
So if it's a friend, if it's somebody you really feel like, hey, you need to get to the bottom of it with,
Right.
Because you could end a friendship over something that may be a misunderstanding, miscommunication,
And it didn't even need to
and
be.
it didn't even need to be.
Or even she was just reacting to me, to what pain I caused her. And I didn't even realize I caused her that pain. So that even opened her up to being more vocal with me about expressing her feelings towards me. Because usually she's like real cut off, like, okay, I'll block you too.
Gotcha.
So like, I'm happy that we got to get to that point of a conversation and resolve it.
Good.
It's good. It's good. You're taking responsibility
Yes.
and accountability.
All right. So we're going to go around the table or across the table?
I guess since we did crisscross applesauce, we'll go around. I'll go next. I realized something about myself. That, well, the pandemic opened up some opportunities for me to do some things. It made me sit down and have some time. And I was able to be the founder of be one of the founders of one business. And then also create another business and start another business myself this year. So, and both seem to be looking very well. It was crazy to see things go from an idea to actual real moving parts and pieces, and seeing like your social media going and people actually buying your product, and on the other side, my other business, people taking interest in wanting to be a part of what me and my partners want to create, and to see that, like, just to see an idea that you have in your head, and both of them,
right,
to go from conception to realization, it's crazy. And it really, now I do realize a few things about myself, is I do need to focus on. I needed to shed, and I talked about this, I think maybe 2 episodes ago. I needed to shed some of the outside noise to really focus on those 2 things, and then my main job, because I have a plan that I'm really trying to execute, in which these 2 businesses become my main sources of income. But to do that, I need to be able to focus my time on making these things successful, so that they can be my main source of income, so that I can back away from my main career right now, because I'm more passionate about those things than I am my career. And it's just, I think that through conversations with close friends, and Nick said something about accountability. I think that some of my friends are harsh, and although it's sometimes hard to hear because of my respect for them, and how much I know they're telling me for me. Then whether they could just decide to not say anything to me,
right?
And so by them saying these things to me, I've decided that, hey, it's not a bad thing. I'm going to go ahead and I do need to sit down sometimes and just focus, shed all that extraness. One of my friends said, you just drive unnecessarily too much. You spend, like you said, you don't have time to do this, but you literally spent 3 hours on the road to do 15 minutes worth of something. So I just need to be more deliberate with my time. And so realizing that, especially if this is what I want to do, is these 2 businesses being my main source of income, then I need to shed all that extra stuff that I'm doing to focus fully on those things at hand.
Awesome sauce. Well, first of all, congratulations on both of those accomplishments. Those are huge. So being your co-hosts, we've got to see the fruits of your labor. So just congratulations, and hope continued success for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh,
you're welcome.
You're certainly welcome, and congratulations.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
came a long way.
Congratulations. I don't want to be too congratulatory too soon.
Yeah. Which is a thing.
You know how y'all people do it the first of the year.
True.
Yeah.
You got a point.
But I'm glad he made the step to doing that.
Oh, yeah. But I'm Bro, nevertheless.
Because he be one of those harsh friends that you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I felt the shot. I felt the shot.
For people like you.
Yeah, I felt the
He looked
shot.
at him.
You know?
he kind of looked
I
at
felt
him.
the shot. I felt it.
Hey,
Now here's the thing. Now CL's thing is this. I can't tell him anything until 90 days is up. After 90 days, then he's all in.
Yeah.
okay.
Until then, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not an early adapter.
That's
Yes.
a true accountability part.
Yeah, like okay, keep it up. We'll see.
Let's see where this goes.
Yeah,
So I always have to go, like, I have to be in my mind going,
Yeah.
okay, it's 30 days. Okay, it's 60 days. Like, I think I'm, of my weight loss stuff, I think I'm in, like, week 9 or 10. Weight still coming off slowly. But
That's another accomplishment.
I had to,
Oh, yeah.
I had to kind of continue it, and it's literally this guy here voice I keep hearing. Hey man, you only made it. Hey, listen, it ain't a habit yet. So
So, Sia, are you naturally like that, or are you like that because you saw a pattern of maybe impulsivity?
I saw a pattern,
Okay.
and it's similar to the way I was raised. It probably needs to be tweaked a little bit.
Oh, you think?
No, I really don't. But other people do.
I knew you were gonna come with it.
I think it's fine,
Perfect.
but other people tend to be like offended. So I figured I got to live in the world with other people, so I might have to
Do a
scale
little
it
bit of
back a little
adjusting.
bit. But I just don't believe in all the nonsense.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you got to really do something. Stop just I'm gonna do this. Okay, cool.
Do it then. Take action.
Do it. Take action
action.
first.
Yeah.
Take action first, second, third, and then we'll get into the party.
Absolutely.
and then I also learned from Tia, have a plan.
Oh, you didn't learn that from me. You just heard me repeat it. That's not mine originally.
Well,
Even if it's a bad plan.
he's repeated it to me enough about a plan. So, and then I also had some. I did a good bit this year. I started
Reflecting, that's the purpose.
I started grad school,
See, where's the little?
I told you you came
hurrah
so far.
and I have, I think it's 4 classes down, and needless to say, after the week 1 of the first class, I was ready to quit. I was out, son. I was complete. And I had a good friend of mine. She just was, no, you got it. You smart. You this, you that. And she kind of propped me up and said, "Hey, you got it. Just don't quit." And I'm happy I listened that day, because I would have quit. The old me, out. Look, just cancel my. I'm dropping. Cancel my. What's it called? Financial aid. Y'all can have that back.
Some of y'all can have that back.
I'll go back to paying these payments and all my student loans, and that'll be that. But started grad school. I got 3 classes left, and I'll be done with that. So, yeah, feel pretty good. Feel pretty good.
Good. See, 2020 is a good year.
Good year for y'all.
Yeah.
See ya.
Okay. What's the question?
You know the question.
We've been talking a while, man.
It's your
Oh, do
turn.
you want to end it? You
No,
want to end
I
it?
can. It doesn't matter.
It's on you.
Yeah, it's on
what's,
you.
What's the? I asked a question. What's the question?
So, as you reflect on 2020, tell us
Let
about.
me reflect. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tell us about a personal accomplishment, or a personal growth spurt, or a certain epiphany that you've reached about yourself this year.
I'll take Epiphany 4000.
Okay. All right. It's yours.
Shouts out to Alex Trebek.
Shouts out. R.I.P.Z.
Yeah.
The epiphany that I have is that some things I say I need to believe more in. I believe them, but sometimes I think I'm operating at bare minimum.
Okay.
I'm invested enough to impress others, but I haven't really impressed myself.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I feel unfulfilled sometimes.
Gotcha.
So the unfulfillment doesn't come from whether I'm successful or not. I have to get a little more in touch with my feelings about situations.
I like this.
Yes. So I want to feel more in 2021.
Okay.
and maybe soften my exterior.
Wow.
You know,
Don't go changing on me, bro. Don't go changing on me,
I'm
bro.
not
Look.
just a little soft. I need to just get a little softer, but just knowing that somewhat right in the spirit. So there's some like personal growth,
Yeah.
inside stuff. Not a lot of physically change on the outside, but inside I feel like, because even like this podcast or being on a podcast,
Okay.
I would say for about 10 years, I always wanted to see my name under the Apple icon. And every time I look at it, it's like really, like, wow.
Yes,
It's
there.
manifesting.
Like, wow. Yes, you can't manifest when you settle for less.
That's right.
So sometimes you got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So I want to get rid of that unsettledness inside. So that's the epiphany I've had for 2020.
That's good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Very reflective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to grow as a person.
He said that like it's like I'm trying to grow as a person.
Yeah. I'm not going to be doing this often. So,
Like he's
Professor T.
coming in with his emotional side and he doesn't like it.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable right now.
Let's see. I will share a personal accomplishment that I really haven't shared with anybody.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
A first.
a first.
You got an exclusive button over there? World premiere?
Hey.
World premiere.
Yeah.
Well, I have always dreamt of, other people taking an interest in my words, whether they are my written words or whether it's my voice.
Okay.
And so this year I've really, really taken time to share with different people, different companies, different industries, just pieces of my work, whether
Okay.
it's ideas, whether it's my writing, my poetry, samples, some essays, some different things. And overwhelmingly in the past month, I have gotten back amazing feedback.
Have you?
I really have. Some that, to be perfectly honest, if I truly accept it, like, my life will change very quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
Go
So
for it.
So are you going to accept it?
I am headed in that direction,
Good.
but I definitely don't want to be, impulsive. I want to just make sure that I think about it and look at all the sides of
Don't
it.
overthink it.
And I'm not going to overthink it, but I also recognize that, people who have creative gifts, you have to be careful. You have to make sure all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Like, you want to go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and copyright your stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Because sometimes people will, when you give them samples, and then they will have an interest, but if they see that you haven't copywritten your stuff or you hadn't, done the legal parts yet, then they
will
will take
use
advantage
it.
of you.
They
So,
will.
so it's a lot of that has to do with my creative juices that have really been flowing a lot, I'll say, in the past 3 months.
Wow.
So I'm excited about that, and I'll keep you guys updated on that journey. This year, I stepped out on faith and I took a new position, and it really surprised a lot of people that I have been working with for the past 20 years, because it's still in my profession, but it was just in a different direction that I don't think people really expected. But I have zero regrets. It was one of the best moves that I could make for myself professionally in my career. And I feel like as long as I stay in the career until I plan to step out on faith and, work for myself, take the full entrepreneurial road, as long as I'm in education, I definitely want to be doing something similar to what it is that I'm doing now. And that's being in a position to help other educators grow as an educator and look at things that other people don't want them to look at. Like, let's look at this. Let's really look at the students here and who we have and what are their needs. The standards tell us what to teach. I'm talking about their needs. Who's hungry? Who doesn't have running water?
Oh, wow.
Who has some social emotional deficiencies? And once we recognize that, how can we make sure that child has the same opportunity as this privileged child over here? So
that's
I
good.
get to do that every day with every single one of the students in mind, as I am planning, as I'm training, as I'm coaching, and as I am teaching other teachers. So that has really, been an amazing transformation for me.
Wow.
yeah,
It's great
that
to hear.
is. We need more like that.
Yeah.
So you're going to step out on faith.
I'm stepping out on faith all the way. And then the last thing, this epiphany and / acceptance. I have gone from just simply accepting my role in my family to now embracing it.
Good.
And sometimes I have kind of been, and anybody who's listening, they're going to be like, oh, tell us how you really feel. But I think that sometimes I've probably felt like, wow, I always got to be the person to do that.
Always.
You know, wow, I always got to be the person to XYZ, filling in the blank. Because, you know, a lot of people do look to me for something, for help, to be the answer, you know, to be the person to, I'll just say this, like to speak at the funerals or just something in some capacity. And I've kind of sometimes had this mindset of, when is it my turn to just sit down and rest and relax? And I think I got my answer within the past couple of weeks. And the answer is, that's not the role I gave you in the family.
That might be your purpose.
Yeah, you have to take it.
You know? And so I didn't want to just, comply. I want to embrace it. And so lately I've been working on just kind of embracing it, you know, and having a different mindset, a more positive mindset about this is the role. This is how I made you. And this is the specific way that I have placed you in this family to bless your loved ones. So just kind of changing my perspective and just embracing it. Like, you chose me to be that person, as opposed to, I got to always be me. Because that's your role, girl.
That's not wrong with
Embrace it and control it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is awesome.
Yeah, has brought us a lot of highs.
A lot of highs.
Some lows, but a lot of highs.
Oh, a low, but okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what a lot of lows.
Yeah, but a low. But,
A low.
A-Lo, are we referring to the pandemic?
No.
Is that the low? Oh, no.
No, but because I think it's not a good thing.
I don't know if that's a super low.
Okay.
Yeah, the pandemic, I don't see it as a good thing,
Okay.
but I do think it allowed a lot of people it brought about a lot more creators. It gave people time to really appreciate or reevaluate what's important in life. It allowed people to spend more time with their families, unwantedly or not. It allowed for that, and it allowed people. It allowed us to grow, I think, as people, because it forced you to sit down with yourself and really look at yourself and see if this is where you want to be. So, I where some people see 2020 as a year of to be called a curse word or whatever, I don't see it like that.
Well, that's good.
I mean,
Great
I think
perspective.
that we lost, people lost family members and stuff like that. So yeah, in that aspect, that
that's
goes without
always,
saying.
that's always.
Our condolences to anyone in the world who's lost someone due to the pandemic, but or during this time, lost anyone for any reason. But I do feel like it was an opportunity. It was a chance for people to take an opportunity of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It was a time for growth. I think everyone in the world needed some type of growth, even just the earth.
The earth?
The earth. The oceans even turned blue this year.
What?
Yeah, you live at the beach.
It's always been blue when I went, so I didn't know.
Not Myrtle Beach. It's more like gray.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
no, you must have gone to the bad spot.
But yeah,
I guess when you compare it to like once you've gone to the tropical islands, it's like
Oh,
it took me
yeah.
a while when I came back to South Carolina. Like
this
what if I
dirt.
toe in that
Yeah.
dirty water.
These peasants.
but it actually turned blue this year. Not all the way clear blue, but it actually.
What ocean is this? Atlantic?
I don't know which
Pacific?
one.
I never heard this before.
Did you watch the news? It was on the news.
I don't watch the news, but is this like the local news?
Yeah.
I never heard this. You heard this before?
Well, what they said.
Professor T, answer questions. It's been a whole year.
I can
Just
tell you what
answer
I heard them
question.
say. I can tell you what I heard them say.
Okay.
Thank you.
They said that during the pandemic, when businesses closed down, so there was less pollution, fewer people traveling. A lot of businesses weren't giving off, the pollutants in the atmosphere. And so it talked about how fewer animals died during the stretch of a season. It talked about how fewer sea animals died because the waters were healthier, because there was a stretch of time where there was less pollution in the water because people were accumulating less trash because restaurants were closed. So I do recall them talking about how one of the blessings to this pandemic was that it made the earth greener and bluer. I thought they meant that metaphorically, though.
Nope. They showed a picture of a blue, and I'm about to bring it up for
All
you.
right, show us, girl.
It might be off air, but
Yeah, all fair. Definitely.
But I guess they meant it literally,
I didn't see it, so I'm just.
But I did hear that the earth is greener and bluer. But again, I thought it was a metaphor. But
Yeah.
Nick's gonna show us.
Nick,
Yeah, I
is-
sure am.
Okay.
All right, well.
Yeah, she'll show us off there.
She'll show us off there.
Yeah.
So take us out, Neek, so we can.
All right.
Well, before we go, we just want to say to all of our listeners, thank
yeah.
you so much for listening to Relationship Status Podcast, for supporting us, whether it's listening, whether it's downloading, whether it's liking, sharing, commenting, giving a review. And if you haven't given a review, please make sure you go give a review. And if you would like to continue to listen to us and get more of this amazing content in 2021, we need your support. So while we're not necessarily talking about New Year's resolutions, we thought it would be better if we sat and we reflected on 2020, and we wanted to end this year with a bang. So enjoy your families. Have an amazing, amazing Happy New Year, and y'all be blessed. And we are going to close it out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Relationship Status. Remember, you can catch us on relationshipstatuspodcast.com, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Nobody Grinds Like Us, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you would like to join the conversation or leave us a Dear Neek, email us at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or call us at 843-310-8637. Follow us on Facebook at Relationship Status Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, subscribe, and review.